Ever feel like your brain is running on empty, even after a full night's sleep? It's not just fatigue. Chronic stress actually forces your brain to siphon off vital resources from your higher-level thinking, leaving you with what I call cognitive debt. Comment right now. Does chronic stress feel more like a relentless, buzzing hamster wheel in your head, or more like a thick, heavy fog that slows everything down? In this video, we'll uncover precisely how your brain accrues this mental debt, and more importantly, I'll share two powerful, practical techniques to rebalance your brain's budget and reclaim your mental clarity. Subscribe now so you don't miss the strategies that finally pull your brain out of the red. Imagine your brain as a sophisticated company. Under normal conditions, it invests heavily in R&D, things like planning, problem-solving, creativity, and emotional regulation, all managed by your prefrontal cortex. But when chronic stress kicks in, your brain perceives an ongoing emergency. The amygdala, your brain's alarm bell, screams threat, forcing your entire system into crisis mode. This triggers a drastic reallocation of resources, where metabolic energy and neural bandwidth are siphoned away from these R&D functions and redirected towards immediate survival responses like hypervigilance and basic fight-or-flight processing. This isn't a choice. It's an ancient, automatic survival mechanism, but in modern life, it leaves your executive functions in cognitive debt. The biggest mistake most people make when facing this cognitive debt is attempting to power through it with sheer willpower. We perceive our lack of focus, irritability, or decision paralysis as personal failings, a sign we're not trying hard enough or lack discipline. So, we push harder, drink more coffee, or force ourselves to just focus. This is like trying to pay off a financial debt by taking out more high-interest loans. It only compounds the problem. Your brain doesn't have an infinite energy supply, and forcing it to perform complex tasks when its executive functions are already in the red deepens the metabolic deficit, leading to burnout, increased anxiety, and even physical symptoms, perpetuating the stress cycle. Instead of pushing, we need to actively deposit back into our cognitive budget. I call this micro-restoration sprints. This isn't just taking a break, it's a precise, intentional neural reset. When you feel that mental fog or overwhelm creeping in, stop for exactly 3 minutes. Close your eyes and choose a natural sensory input, maybe the smell of a citrus fruit, the feel of a smooth stone, or the sound of distant birds. Breathe deeply using the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts, hold your breath for 7 counts, and exhale completely through your mouth for 8 counts. As you do this, focus only on the chosen sensory input. This brief, focused shift of attention from threat detection to calm sensory processing actively signals safety to your amygdala, allowing your prefrontal cortex to momentarily reclaim some vital energy. Here's a surprising truth. Every small decision, from what to wear to what to eat, costs your brain energy. When you're in cognitive debt, these small transaction fees add up quickly. The counterintuitive solution is to actively reduce decision-making load. Designate specific decision-free zones in your day. For example, pre-plan your breakfast and lunch for the entire week on a Sunday. Lay out your clothes for the next day before bed. Automate recurring tasks like bill payments or even specific work-related notifications. This isn't about laziness. It's about strategic rationing of your precious cognitive bandwidth. By eliminating these minor energy drains, you free up the prefrontal cortex to tackle truly important challenges and begin paying down your cognitive debt, allowing for deeper, more focused work later. To prevent future cognitive debt, we need to proactively guard our brain's resources, thinking of it as future self-resource guarding. This means scheduling white space into your calendar, not just for tasks, but for pure unstructured thinking, reflection, or even deliberate idleness. Treat these slots as non-negotiable appointments, much like you would a crucial meeting. This proactive approach builds a cognitive buffer, a mental savings account, allowing your brain to engage in the vital housekeeping and neurogenesis it needs without the pressure of constant output. It's about creating a sustainable operating budget for your brain, preventing the emergency budget cuts from becoming your brain's default state, ensuring long-term mental resilience and clarity. We've explored how chronic stress forces your brain into cognitive debt, siphoning resources from higher functions and leading to exhaustion. Remember, pushing through only makes it worse. Instead, implement micro-restoration sprints for quick rebalancing and establish decision-free zones to consolidate your mental energy. By actively guarding your future self's resources, you can prevent this debt from accumulating and reclaim your mental clarity and resilience. When stress hits, do you prefer processing it with a friend or tackling it solo with a plan? Tell us your approach. Now that you understand why cortisol stays elevated even when you're not stressed, in Part 2, we'll show you the fastest evidence-based technique to actually shut it down. If you found these insights helpful, hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss future strategies to optimize your brain health and mental well-being. And let me know in the comments, did chronic stress feel more like a buzzing hamster wheel or a heavy fog for you?